What's up, guys? We are going into the Power of the Legendary Hero level 3 fight. You can clear this at least to get Reno and Rude's crowns and Sephiroth's, well, 3 of Sephiroth's crowns. So I recorded this earlier, didn't realize I had the audio turned off, or my voice turned off, so it only recorded the game audio. So I crowned Sephiroth before I realized that, but this clear would work with an uncrowned Sephiroth. So this one is, it just gives him some killer and flat stat. It's not even relevant killers. Actually, what skill is it that was crowned? Let me see. Jet Black Wing. So, yeah, it gives Demon and Fairy Killer and some flat stats. Changes his LB. It's a little stronger. It's a 280 instead of 200. And it's a bigger katana in peril. But, so my previous clears, it was taking 2 turns on the last fight. So I'll kind of hit with Sephiroth uncapped. I will say, if you do have the materia from the Final Fantasy Vision World, you can put that on Sephiroth and probably just turn 1 OTK it with the killer buffs with an uncrowned Sephiroth. But regardless, anyway, we'll go through gearing. But yeah, anyway, Sephiroth, just full Reaper, full LB. And as far as the bosses go, it's 3 stages. They're all Reaper. Not sure what their weaknesses are. We're Omni imperiling with Jesse. And they'll, like I said, an uncrowned Sephiroth would turn on OTK them the first 2 stages anyway, so I'm not even sure what the AI is on them. And the third boss is taking 2 turns. All it does on turn 1 is a physical attack, which we're covering with Barret. There is 1 hit that's got some accuracy to it, but it doesn't really hit that hard anyway. But anyway, Reno and Rude tried to gear them for LB damage against Reapers, so they're a little shy of max. They're a bit shy of max on the killer. But yeah, it's whatever. Here's their gear. They're in the shift form the whole fight. Sephiroth is too. Barret, he's in the shift form, just full evasion, some auto mitigation from Renda's shield. You really don't need that. Same for auto protect. You really don't need the mitigation. He survives it just fine. And I put some regen on him just for, whatever. Yeah, in case the fight went on longer than I expected, but they were over pretty quick, so he really doesn't need Pure Lotus. Fina, she's shift form the whole fight. She's passive provoking. She's got mana reduction. Yeah, that's really all that matters, honestly. Yeah, just passive provoke with mana reduction. Jesse, some LB fill rate up. She doesn't need that. Obsidian Bracer. Yeah, wasn't sure if they did any preemptives or not, but yeah, so 850 LB fill rate and full LB fill per turn. Guess I could slot in some more LB fill rate in the chest slot. She was my provoker, that's why I gave her the mitigation, but I switched provokers to Aerith. Oh, LB fill rate. So, whatever. And I do want to point out, as far as LB fill gear goes for the chest pieces, Lumina's clothes is great, and she's available in the Starcourt's shop. So I would recommend, if you missed her, you might want to consider picking her up for her chest piece. It has dark resist and like 800 LB fill per turn, so it's great for that. And the dark resist is a plus. But anyway, so we'll get into it. And like I said, if you have the materia that auto buffs Reaper Killer at the start of the fight from the last Division World, I'd highly recommend just putting that on Sephiroth. But anyway, Sephiroth is going to shifted LB. Reno is going to shifted LB, which it's a physical type magic, non-elemental now, so it can be imbued. Unfortunately, we don't have an imbuer. So, I mean, we could imbue with Aerith, but we'd lose the LB buff and the stat buffs from her shifted LB. So, it's whatever. He still does a decent chunk of damage. And Jesse is going to, let's see, refurbished grenade, full breakdown, and then lay down some rubber. So we'll send Jesse first. You want to send Aerith and Reno and Rude in pretty quick succession. Reno and Rude take a hot minute to actually start landing hits. So if you're not quick enough, then Aerith's chain will be over by the time they start hitting. So luckily it does drag on quite a bit, so you can send Sephiroth like a second after Reno and Rude. So and like I said, an uncrowned Sephiroth would still do, still one-shot these guys. So we're just going to repeat for this guy. Oh, I guess I should have considered I was talking there. Anytime now. There we go. Okay, so we'll just reload for this last guy. And like I said, I want to miss the chain with Sephiroth, so we'll just send him uncapped. I don't think he'll kill it. Yeah, there we go. So we'll just do Aerith and Reno and Rude. I guess we should have broken first, huh? And we will physical cover with Barret. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, an uncrowned Sephiroth with breaks, capping a chain from Aerith and Reno and Rude, he would do about like 90% damage, so or 95. So a crowned Sephiroth would be a cakewalk. You could even do the first two stages and then crown his shifted skill to max and probably one-shot this guy. But this is just kind of assuming you haven't used any of the crowns yet. But so Jesse, this turn, Reno and Root are full again. Aerith will have to quad chain, and we'll just quad chain with these guys. And Jesse is just going to entrust over to Sephiroth, and he will LB again. So we'll cap the chain this time, though. So we'll just send her, send them, send Sephiroth. So there we go. And yeah, I mean, this was more or less on a budget. I tried to use cheap gear for it. The fourth stage, from what I've seen, is a bit stouter, so I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit. Probably post a video tomorrow. But anyway, I will catch you guys later. Yeah, again, that should have been all missions. It was, what, 7 turns total, I think. Yeah, 7 turns, no KOs, no continues. So, pretty easy. Like I said, the fourth stage is a bit tougher, so I'll play around with that. I might end up looking at the AI to see what all it does. But anyway, catch you later.